Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your YouTube screen or wherever you're watching this shit on. Welcome back to the table. Come on, guys, clap it up. Y'all not gonna clap? Y'all not happy? Y'all not excited? Welcome back to the table. It's your boy,
man.
Big Rob.
J Mace.
And live, we back in effect, man.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what time it is.
Oh, yeah. Listen, guys, listen. I know we've been gone for a minute, but don't get it twisted. We here to cover what? A7FL football. We're kind of midway through the season, so we're really, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to give y'all a little something.
Week
what?
Week 4?
Week 4. We about to start week 4.
Let's get it.
But we can't start week 4 without talking about what happened week 3. 1st and 10. Hey, man, listen, man. We got to go over the scores, man.
Hold on.
We got to go over the
Hold on,
scores.
bro.
What?
Bro,
What?
you got to get me used to saying some shit
Bro,
like
come
that,
on, bro.
bro.
I'm asking.
Go ahead,
I'm
we
asking.
good, we good,
asking.
we good. Go ahead,
All right,
man.
man. Let's start off at the top with the scores, man. We got the Vegas Gold versus the Vegas Kryptonite, 6-40.
God damn.
6-40.
6 to what?
6-40. The Kryptonite remain undefeated right now, and we got to keep an eye on them, brothers. man.
I really don't think nobody's gonna beat them until they face a team,
Them-
maybe a
them-
Jersey
Wow.
team or
Probably them Insomniacs.
the Insomniacs. Yeah, I don't see nobody.
So then you, okay. Hold
No
on to
cap.
your-
They
what's
coming
up?
like snow drive for week 1.
Oh, no. Hold on to your horses. Olatangi Volcanoes versus Sin City Chaos, 6-75.
Wow.
Is there any defense other than Jersey?
I don't
Or
know,
Baltimore?
Brother.
I ain't gonna hold it.
Brother,
The style of play just makes up for those type of numbers.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. One of, sorry, my boy. The Renegades versus the Baltimore Watchmen, 12-55.
But they went down to Baltimore.
We're like 7 people. They
Yeah,
were
so we kind of
injured.
figured that would happen.
But when you're going down and you're traveling, like the numbers you go down with is not an excuse.
Facts.
They've been catching 50 pieces for 3 weeks now. So come on, let's keep it going.
I feel it. Then you got the Las Vegas Over the Top versus the Vegas Hunters. OTT
the
versus
Top.
Hunters?
Yeah, OTT.
Yeah. 44-6. It's getting ugly in the lower tiers in Vegas. Like
yeah.
the middle tier teams are really separating themselves from like the bottom teams.
I go back to what I say from the beginning, bro. It's a style of play that creates those type of points.
I agree. Then you got the Crush versus the Indianapolis Octane.
Let's go,
Shouts to
Crush.
them. They won 26-25.
Let's go, Crush.
That's a good game.
You know, sounds like a good game. Columbus Explorers versus Covington Heist, 25-41.
I like the heist.
I like the Heist. I like
Heist
the
is still
Heist, too.
undefeated as well.
Yeah, I like the Heist.
I like the heist.
Heist
I
is
like the
still
name.
undefeated.
Even though when
Heist is tough.
they came out here, my Snow Tribe boys, we ran through them. But
yeah?
I actually like the heist.
Speaking of Snow Tribe, Broadway Snow Tribe versus DC Buzz, 13-7 Buzz.
Yeah, let's put that in perspective, though.
Nah, ain't no perspective. Shut
we
your ass.
gonna put it in perspective that our offense scored 20 points and we lost 13-7. Let you think about that. Our offense scored 20 points.
Jesus.
Beat the Buzz.
Beat the Buzz.
Yeah, all right.
Pit Bosses versus the Insomniacs, 18-46. The Insomniacs are just rolling, bro. They're just rolling through people.
I need
at
the
this point.
Insomniacs.
I need them to play some.
I
I need
need
them to
them
play
to-
a Jersey team, man.
Facts.
Or
I need
a
them to
Baltimore
come.
team.
Not even a
Please.
Baltimore team. Like I need Insomniacs to come and play somebody worth talking about.
I understand how y'all feel about that. Las Vegas Sick With It versus the Force. Now, before I tell you this score, I need y'all to understand.
I actually like the Sick With It.
Oh, me too.
I like the Force.
Me too. Before I tell you the score, I honestly thought the Force might have been the number 2. This game right here was a big one. It was to say who was the clear-cut number 2 in Vegas. The Force lost 0-34 to Sick With It. Sick With It might be the real deal, bro.
I knew it.
Sick With It
knew it.
might be the real deal.
Sick would have got some players.
I just knew it.
They got some ballers over there. I like the Force, but when they came out with that, what's the team? Sick With It, and they got a bunch of other teams over there. The Force fell apart
A little bit, yeah.
You feel me?
They
Like
wasn't punching the same way.
A
they
couple of
was
their
punching.
players left them, and
And there's this thing with guys from like over here. We respect the Force because they were the first team to come out of Vegas to
Right.
win in Jersey.
Right.
So there's like a little bit of like, damn, the Force not doing good.
And that Force team beat my team when they came up here.
Exactly.
And then another thing is like you would have thought, even though they lost a few players, that they were like bounced back. You know,
right.
damn Force.
Indeed, damn Force. And maybe the game everybody's been waiting for, BIC versus Patterson U, 35-20.
Yo, listen. We're gonna call them Boss Man Incorporated.
Boss Man Inc., right? Listen, so let's focus on the two big games that were in Jersey this week. Let's focus on the DC Buzz versus Snow Tribe, and then we'll switch to BIC versus the U.
Okay.
So, DC Buzz versus Snow Tribe. And you got to talk to me, man. We watched Lenny and Keels struggle on offense on both sides. We saw two teams with so much potential. With the management change that Snow Tribe did, I looked at them as if, hey, this is the spark we were looking for. And then you could still look and say, there's a few missing pieces. There's a few, like, organization things you could do. Put this player here, put that player here. And we could talk about the defensive front in a second. But what happened, Ant?
So pretty much. And listen, I'm gonna get right into it, right? So I'm gonna just say that we are still in transition, right?
Okay.
No excuse. Buzz came up, they played a great game. All kudos to them, but at the same time, they didn't do shit. Like everything we ran was wide open. Lenny had some great passes. What I can say is that we was playing in fucking 13-mile-per-hour winds.
It was windy out there. It definitely was windy.
The wind was a big
in
factor.
both games.
Yeah, in both games. The wind was a big factor. But, I mean, it is what it is. Our offense, like I said, scored 20 points. And we had 7 on the board. So, you do the math.
What did you see out there, Killer? Because you were there too. You were actually on the sideline a little bit. You were talking to some players. What did you see when you saw the Buzz go against the Snow Tribe, which, in my opinion, was still one of the better games of the day? Like, I was excited to watch that game. What did you notice?
The game actually went down to the last drive that the Snow Tribe the last drive that the Snow Tribe had. They actually went down. I wish. All right, let me get to this. Right. This is my camera. Hey, listen. Hey, Kills. You gotta play better, bro. Like you have to. Like the defense, they did what they did. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta play better. It's just like there's a lot of times you could have took off. You should have ran.
Facts.
You know, like I understand you got your playmakers. You want to get them involved, but at the end of the day, like when the game's on the line, like you gotta be the guy. Like the same thing I was saying about Marcel a couple years back when we was like, oh, he gave up, he this, he that. Like, bro, you gotta play better, bro. Because at the end of the day, you play better, y'all win that game easily. Because everything was wide open. The defense was playing good. Everything was wide open. So that's pretty much what I felt about the game. And on the other side, on the flip side, the Buzz defense actually played pretty well.
Good.
They stopped the run. I didn't really see too much from the offense. I mean, Lenny got some plays off, and I just think it was a lot of miscues on the Snow Tribe defense. But other than that, man, it was a pretty good game. I just wish that, both offenses just stepped up. But that's pretty much what I got from it.
And I have to agree with both of you in certain aspects, and then just add a little something where that wind was terrible. So there's some plays Lenny had where he was throwing the ball. It might have not connected because the wind was throwing the passes off so viciously. Like initially, I didn't think it was that bad. I stepped outside. I saw the signs being rolled across the field. Rolled across the field. So the wind was bad. So I'm really not gonna be hypercritical on quarterbacks.
Right.
We probably usually would have been in a week-to-week situation. But Lenny and the DC Buzz, great win.
Right.
Great win.
Great win.
But honestly, you guys know, like I know, it is a long season for y'all. Y'all still have a gauntlet. Y'all still have a couple teams that's not going to be cool with y'all scoring on defense only. The offense does have to produce. And the defense has to be ready for bigger games because they did allow a lot of mistakes in which Snow Tribe didn't score came from Snow Tribe. It didn't necessarily come from the DC Buzz stopping it. It was more so Snow Tribe miscommunications. Some people want to do this. Kills told me a couple times he had a hard time controlling the huddle. You're a quarterback, brother. You gotta control them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta control them guys.
For me, it's more than that. Like we've been saying, I've been playing football since I was like 8 years old. Like every coach I've ever had always tell you it's the little things that matter.
Facts.
Right? So when you tell your team to show up at 11 o'clock to a game and they don't show up till 12:40 and the game starts at 1, there's literally nothing you can go over or do.
That's true.
It's only about getting dressed, getting ready, and running the game at that point, right? When you have a practice and you only get 5 people to come to practice, these are the results you get.
That's facts.
Like the defense is going to be solidified because it's already established. Like it's championship proven. So all you got to do is buy into the system and it's going to work. But offense takes more time to click. So going through the new management, getting rid of people, you know what I'm saying? Like people that don't want to be there, we got rid of those. Management that wasn't doing what they could have done or done better, we got rid of that. It's new people running everything. So the team has to get used to that as well. But even with that, saying that, our quarterback has to step up. He has to take command of the huddle. He has to take command of the field. He's the guy in charge. We only going to go as far as he goes.
Big facts.
So defense could do whatever they want. We still got to score points.
And one other thing, LaBerty, you've been in this league long enough to know, like, it's certain times where you just gotta, tuck the ball and just go down because you gave him the ball on the 1 yard line. What you expect to happen?
Touchdown.
Trouble.
Exactly.
Touchdown.
So let's get to it. Since we're at this point, unanimously at the table, we agreed the player of the game was a gentleman that caught the pick 6 for the Buzz and actually scored that touchdown and put the Buzz ahead. I'm pretty sure his last name was Rug on the back of his jersey. Very tough to find out what his name was, but it's Rug. You'll probably see the highlight playing somewhere at some point. Rug, shouts to you because without that interception touchdown, we might be talking about something completely different. We might be in an overtime situation. It could have been anything, but you going out there catching that interception when you did, that was it. You put a stamp on it. You sealed the game. Good job to
And it
Rug.
changed it. Like, that pick 6 changed the whole momentum of the game.
Definitely. 2 defensive touchdowns is insane, and one of them being a pick 6, even more insane. But there's another part of this play of the game. There's an opposite side. You know what I'm saying? There's heads and tails. We got Coach Jonathan Kills, Michael Liberty. Have a seat.
Come sit your asses down.
Fellas. I said it on the broadcast. I don't know if y'all got to hold hands, eat chicken nuggets together, go out on a date,
McChickens.
movie night. I don't know if y'all got to be on the phone for a couple of hours.
Steak sandwiches.
But watching you two play and not being in sync cost y'all that game, and it's probably going to cost y'all more games in the future. You two are the 1-2 punch. Suge's there, but Suge did his job. I have nothing with Suge. Suge did his job. But you two are the main two that are needed to win these bigger games or win these games that are very much winnable. Liberty is a powerhouse. We know this. Liberty has been in MVP talk, always on bum teams, always in MVP talks. Why? Because he's just that damn good. Right. Kills, you talk like an MVP. You need to start playing like one. There's no excuse to be as close as you were and have the power you have in your legs to run it in, to put the team on your back, to say, oh, man, I'm old too. And sit your old ass down then, Kills. You can do it, so you better do it. That's it.
I had a conversation with Kills right before we shot, right? And I told him already, like, as a quarterback in A7, you have to command the huddle, and you have to be the sergeant in arms, if you will, right? So, for example, when I first started playing this league, I played quarterback. I had one of the worst offensive lines in the league.
That was me.
One of the
So
worst.
bad.
Sorry.
So bad.
Right? So even with having one of the worst lines in the league, I still got it done because that's just what it is at that position. When you're playing a quarterback, it's on you. If you lose the game, it's on you.
Facts.
If your receiver drops 19 passes, it's on you. You see what I'm saying? So at the same time, we need him to play better. We need him to step up more as a leader. And I just feel like he wasn't there on Sunday. The Kill that I'm used to hearing, I'm used to seeing on the sideline, I'm used to being vocal. I'm used to a lot of stuff coming from him that I just didn't see on Sunday. So we need better play from him. We need better everything from him. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to hold his hand. Like at the end of the day, you were trash.
That's it. Got anything to say though for Coach Talk?
Just Liberty, you got to make them plays because he did throw you a slant and you just was looking crazy.
He never got his head around.
Never turned his head
He
around.
didn't turn his head around. That was a tough one. That was
He kind of
Yeah.
made up for it with the one hand grab for the tud, but
Extra
or
point.
the extra point.
Yeah.
He came in on defense and went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did go crazy.
So we could give you a little grace there, but at the same time, that stupid pitch back, bro.
yeah.
That's what
that's
cost
wild.
us because at that time it was 0-0.
It really was. It really was.
So that changes the tide. They puts points on the board for them. Defense was already playing lights out. So you two guys, come on, man. We need y'all to get it together.
So now let's shift gears into the main event of Sunday.
Oh my Lord.
Ugh.
Oh
BIC
my God.
versus the U, the Ore Bowl.
I don't know what team is BIC.
What do you mean? What team? Yeah, sure. As
You're
if we
talking.
don't
You're
know.
talking. You're talking about. You're talking
Oh
about.
God, here we go.
You're talking about.
The boss man in Christ.
Oh my Lord. Boss
Oh,
man, Incorporated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's-
let's calling it.
Bro, he got a ball head.
Bro, let's just start.
got a ball head.
We can start with that. The play of the game for BIC versus the U is Dave Valley, aka
God
Big
damn.
Boss Man. That's a grown ass motherfucking
God
man,
damn.
bro.
Listen.
Ooh, man.
He is a rookie this season. He's a rookie this season.
A rookie,
And
bro.
by far the best lineman this league has ever seen.
And I'm here right with
Stamp
and-
it.
Stamp it. Stamp it.
I've played
Stamp it.
line in this league. I'm very confident I could block damn near everybody in this league.
But not
He's
like
a
him.
grown man.
I've never seen anything like it, bro. He was rolling people out of the. Bro, he flattened somebody, put
was
somebody in
bad.
missionary. He had somebody trying to kiss him. Had
was
somebody
bad.
trying to choke him.
It was bad.
Bro,
What was the old saying we say?
It was bad.
Beard to beard.
Beard to beard. He beard to beard a few people.
Listen.
He threw Big Mo in the trash can. It was bad.
It was so bad on one drive, they gave him 7 different defenders and he bodied them.
Yo,
It got
bro.
it got so bad. The last play of the game, he bodied a man. The dude threw him in a chokehold while he was on the ground. He turned around and double arm pressed him on the ground. I'm like, damn, we watching wrestling, we watching
I
football.
don't know what we was
he
watching
is
at
a
that point.
grown ass man.
Now we can talk about it. We can really talk about it because we know who the U was last year. One of my biggest critiques for BIC before what I saw on Sunday was, how are you going to match the U to deal with the bully ball that they were giving you guys last year that caused y'all to lose 2 games to them without Huff? Because I felt like BIC was too small, and I stated that to Kenny, said it to
I
Sterry.
stamped it myself. So for me personally, not to cut you
No,
off,
go ahead, go ahead.
I'm still your line.
Oh, wow.
Right? Not to cut you off.
Not to cut you off,
But Pete, I said it before the game started. If the U comes out and play that physical style of football that they normally play, they pound the rock, it can be a completely different game, and it can be a long day for Boss Man Incorporated. But they didn't. They got away from that. They got real finesse. You feel me? And that's BIC's style.
And that's the thing that I didn't understand because, like, the first drive, like, McChicken was getting 8 yards
Yeah,
a
he was.
pop. So
and they was alternating.
Mayweather.
Mayweather, McChicken. Well, what's the name? Wasn't really
Old boy, the other old boys too. He wasn't
And
like
that's-
lighting them, but
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You getting 7, 8 yards a pop. Like,
Why
what's the
not stick
point
with
of running these end arounds, these double shifts, and this and that? Like, stick to what you know, pound the rock, and score.
everything else
like,
gonna open up.
everything else is everything else.
So,
is-
what do you guys personally think that the U could have done better to actually make the game? Because the game was competitive, but to make it on a more even playing field, because they look like they got dominated at a certain.
No,
point.
they got dominated.
So what
it
do you
was
think?
bad.
So Ant, what do you think the U could have done better to match this BIC team?
What they do better is what they should have been doing. What they're known for. They're known to be a bully ball team.
Right.
Run the ball. Put your you got a lineman that y'all said play in the league. I don't know, but he was not there at all.
Talking about Muggs.
Obsolete.
I just feel like it was so
Do you-
much talk and so much hype for this game
For it to go down like this.
for it to go down like that, and then you talk about the BIC offensive line and how they're not this, they're not that. All he do is hold, all he do is that. But bro, he dominated, bro. It was like a one-man show.
Even if
really
you go
was.
back to the U's offense, right? let's be real. Like, how many times did you say, "Wow, they're blocking their ass off"? I don't remember it.
Not in the way. I mean,
lot of-
after watching Valley, there was not much to say. The U was blocking, but
A lot of their plays. All right, Rob. A lot of the U's plays were Huff doing what Huff does.
okay.
The double shifts, which are illegal, by the way, but whatever. The double shifts, the extra man in the backfield 9 yards off the ball, which is illegal, by the way. A lot of that stuff is where the game could have changed for them. But if they get under center, they get in the pistol, they get in gun, and they just pound the rock with the big boys they got. They got the two blockers from that used to play with Savage.
Right,
They
the
got
Miller
got
brothers.
Muggs.
They got Muggs.
They got
Maurice Taylor from Baltimore.
right. They got a bunch of people that they
got
could just
Doc
put up
Boss.
there.
It's a lot of guys they could have alternated. I agree.
Understand that
agree.
that game they didn't even use Psycho.
Wow, yeah. He did not play.
BIC or
He didn't play.
Boss Man Incorporated didn't even bring in Psycho, and he's one of their better defenders.
That
right?
Boss Man Incorporated is insane.
It's
Hey,
insane.
hey, man, that's what I'm calling from now on.
Bossman Incorporated
So,
is insane, bro.
so understand that without even bringing in Psycho, y'all lost the way y'all lost because you went away from how you supposed to play.
I think they went away from youth football.
Exactly.
But I'm not going to take nothing away from
BIC.
I'm not going to take nothing away from Sterry because he played lights out. With the win playing a big factor because it could have got even more spooky.
Yeah, it could have
Theory,
gotten worse. Yeah.
yo, the Dark Knight.
Yeah, he's back to the Dark
Theory,
Knight.
the Dark Knight Codgerton.
And what I was saying to y'all last week on our phone call, I was
He
saying
said,
that
yo,
he need to
looked-
run more.
Yeah, his pocket
Bro.
I
presence
said,
was
bro,
amazing.
I said his pocket presence was amazing. And I said he need to start running more. And he did everything that I said he needed to do.
The
And
way
look what
he
they
was
did.
taking off, it was scary.
And it was just like the UD line,
They're
just
old.
they're not containing.
They're old. Get those old people off the field.
Hold on now, Ant. Speaking of those guys, it's coach talk time. Have a seat. The used D line.
That D line, all of you, with a
man.
very, very asterisk. We're gonna put an asterisk on Cuffington.
Cuff. Who gave Valley the best work?
The best
out of
work.
Valley's mouth.
Out
He
of-
gave him
out
the
of-
best work.
Listen, out of all the D line that y'all shifted in and shifted out, Cuff, you did the best against Valley.
Very true.
To say that you did the best and got murked 4 or 5 plays, like on some belly flop, excuse me, young man, get out the club type shit, you still did the best, says a lot for the person we're
does
talking
say a
about,
lot,
right?
bro.
But that geriatric ass D-line y'all got, please put the young boys in. Like, let the young boys spin. Y'all got them there for a reason. You can't be 50 plus, been in the league 40 years, and still out there talking about you getting work. One play Sterry took off, and I watched the sweat beads form on J-Rock's forehead as he whipped past him. It was fucking bad. I'm sorry for the language, people, but it was that bad to
Got the
watch a team that we know can play better, and we've seen and we've played against these guys for years, and to see some of the people that people grew up on watching,
Bro.
like some people idled them, and to watch them get demolished and dismantled by the team, it was bad. Get the old people on the sideline, let them coach, and stop playing. J-Rock, Cuff, Burton, sit y'all old ass down.
Not so
Oh,
much.
don't forget about Mo. Yeah, you too.
Not so much Cuff because he was the only one that was like doing anything to the big boy.
What do you do to him?
Bro, they had
Just give
some
him work.
battles.
They
bro.
They had some battles.
They had some
Who
battles.
won?
But look at
Who
the
won?
names you're saying and look who disappeared. I didn't hear much from Isaac. Didn't hear nothing but from
Isaac
Kevin
played?
White.
Yeah.
Didn't hear nothing from
Kevin
Nick
White
Mays.
was hurt, I think.
He wasn't there. I thought he was there.
I didn't even see Kevin White.
It's hard to see them if they're on their back.
All right, so
Get laid on.
Yeah,
I want to
Get
say
laid on.
I want to give a special shout out to BIC defense actually because
Yes.
Shout out to H3 for real.
H3.
I'm not gonna lie, like I was expecting the U to put up at least 30 to 40 points
Facts.
off of just the star power, just Huff, just all the talent that the U have. I'm used to I'm me myself personally, I'm believing that the U's gonna put up 38 to 40 points. For them to only put up 12
on offense.
on offense,
Yeah, that's not the U we're used
that's
to.
not the U where we like, yeah, like it's
Kyle
wild.
Ward doesn't score that 3-on-1. The U's offense only put up 12.
For me, for me, I don't look at 30, 40 points against BIC only because I feel like they match up star power for star power very well. I feel like it was supposed to be a low-scoring game. I felt as if
I thought it was going to be low scoring.
I thought it was going to be low-scoring because I felt as though the U would pound the rock and control the clock.
And control the tempo,
I didn't think they would
Pound
get
the
into
rock and control the clock.
I didn't think they would get into a chess match or checkers match, should I say, with the formations they were coming out in, the on the fly plays they was setting up. Like, I didn't think it would turn into that. They're all the star power they had. The only people you can remember from that game is Huff and Sisson.
And Huff threw 3 picks too.
He threw
He
three
threw 3 picks.
It was supposed to be 5, but they dropped 2. So
Uncharacteristic of Huff to throw 3 picks. So, at the end of the day, this is one of the reasons why we even did the show. The big game was this week.
Right.
I wanted to talk about this game here. And we saw what we needed to see. And hopefully, this
What did
doesn't
you
mean
see?
we saw probably the most dominant team in this league right now beat the team we thought was the most dominant team, kind of to the point where you don't think there's a second guess to it. It's like, yo, BIC is just better.
Yeah, facts.
because like
there's
you
no
gotta
second guessing it.
you gotta think about it. Like if they play again and then you run the ball, it's still
At this point, them running the ball at this point doesn't even really matter. History shows that when they win the first time,
They
they're going to
clear
win
the
the second.
series. Yeah,
Like,
they clear the series.
there's no splits.
Yeah, usually the winner of the first game between BIC and you usually ends the whole thing. Like, you probably don't get that back. Then no one splits. We've never split, ever.
And the problem with that is, one big problem with that is that in this league, I always say it's built on names. The young boys don't care.
They don't get, they do
The
not care.
BIC team, they have young players. They have players that haven't played in the league.
They're not afraid
and
of
they're not,
Isaac.
They
They're
don't
not
care
afraid
about
of
names. They
Big
just
Mo.
they
They're
hear the
not
ball.
afraid of
They hear the
J-Rock.
ball.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Did you say somebody
Just-
afraid
but-
of J-Rock?
No one's afraid of J.
no. I'm just saying like because all week prior to the game, the UD line was just talking. Oh, we got this D line. We got this person coming back. We got this person coming out and that person coming out. Bro, y'all got throughout the paint.
No entry into the club.
And speaking of which, since y'all want to see some of that, y'all know what time it is. 2nd and 8. It's the top 5 plays of the week. Thanks. Where's your phone, my brother? Thanks. I appreciate that. Definitely need that. It's the top 5 plays of the week. You
He's
feel
never
me?
prepared.
I am prepared. I literally,
No, he said I'm never prepared.
You never prepared.
I wasn't prepared to see that D line get destroyed.
It was
So kind of
bad.
threw people off, man.
It was
but-
bad.
Oh man,
Cause
listen.
I look at the U in a different light, bro. So
I do too, and it's unfortunate to see him that way. But again, somebody had to lose. I just didn't think it was gonna lose like that.
I mean, I've been saying it for years now. Y'all two have been the ones that's.
There you go. I mean, what did it prove? We watched them win. We watched them lose. All right.
not like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 5, fellas. This is how you work. So Bebo drops back.
Throws
They
the
tip it
pick.
and throw a pick.
Oh, okay. You
My
think
man, listen, I thought he was out. I said, yo,
Yeah.
this is 6. So let
me get
get
that.
over here.
bro, that was a play and a half,
Bro,
bro.
number 14 hawks
dog.
him down.
I love
bro.
him.
He's a dog.
Bro, he hawks
Both
him
sides
down.
of the ball.
If it wasn't for no entry to the club, man, this is definitely for
It's
getting
listen, that's a crazy look for the young man to do that. Number 4. Listen, this is the type of running back I like.
Oh, God.
Unhand me,
Off the
young man.
spin, and then, bro, why wasn't the Snow Tribe running it like this all game?
I don't
Did you
know,
see
bro.
Suge? He ran the ball, got the spin. Look upfield at the receivers blocking.
They was working.
Did
They
anybody
was working.
see Shane coming
Yeah, he
off?
put the man on his back.
Coming out of a car accident 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Came on the field and dropped a man, set him down in professional fashion.
Take a look on this replay right here. You'll see it. Terrible blocking by Dudu. But look at this.
God.
Look at them. Right. You'll see the guy's hands in the air, right about there. That's
Yeah.
Shane that put him
Oh,
down
yeah,
like that.
yeah, blocking
Shane
downfield.
definitely put him down like that. Number 3.
Kyle Ward.
Yes. Bye
Let me get
bye.
that.
Listen, it's over.
I always
It's
tell
over.
people on the
It's
3-on-1s, bro, if you're gonna run down there full speed, make sure you break down.
Gotta break
Look how he
down.
turns
because
around.
stay in
if
your
you
lane.
listen, because if you don't break down and somebody hits you with that dead leg, just know it's good night.
And that one was JJ's fault, 1,000%.
Always,
definitely was
always.
JJ's fault.
That's not always JJ's fault.
JJ came down like a bat out of hell.
Typical JJ.
Typical JJ.
Got the one move, and Kyle Ward got north and south.
It was
got freaky
like
on him.
it was more so. It was he leaned him. It was like, and then he
And then
He,
put him to sleep.
he stacked him
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
hit him with
But
the
that's,
leg.
but
and
that's BIC's fault for putting Trey Robinson in there.
Yo,
Yeah,
he said
sure,
hit it with the leg is insane.
Listen, he got freaky.
no Diddy, no Diddy.
Number 2, if these guys can do this on a regular basis, the teams are in trouble.
In trouble.
That's
Keels
a great catch.
and
by
Liberty?
Birdie.
Bro, Kills and Liberty, if they can maintain this connection, I promise you, teams will have a hard time dealing with them. That was a phenomenal pass. That was an even better catch. Even better catch. And then last but not least, number 1,
We got
The
Starry,
Dark Knight himself.
Starry.
there's the sweat beads you were talking about.
There
Hey,
was
yo.
those sweat
Oh
beads.
my goodness.
You know when he took off, Nick Mays got threw out the club, right?
Of course.
Not
And
of
I love
course.
Nick Mays to
And
death.
look, excuse me. Here you go,
They're going to
Ashanti.
pitch back.
They go to
That's
pitch back.
nasty
You know what
work.
it is, bro?
That's nasty.
BIC
bro.
just made more big plays. That's what it was. Just more
big plays,
more explosive plays.
But they're younger. They're faster. They seem they're strong. I don't know, man. I don't know what the U can do against something like this. This is kind of like, this is bad, bro. This is bad.
But like I said, man, he's playing at a different level at this point. Like, he came out there, he had a chip on his shoulder, he played, and he rose to the occasion.
And hey guys, don't think we about to just highlight all you guys and it feels good. Y'all know we got the top 5 benching plays of the week, and it's not looking too good for some of y'all. Starting with number 5,
Oh my God.
Trey Robinson makes him twerk.
Get him sexy.
Yeah, I'm saying. Hold on, here come. Excuse
What he
me,
say?
bro.
Rock! Somebody like, sir, rock! Bro, it's back, bro.
Bro, J-Rock busted wide open for Trey Robinson, bro. That's nasty.
Bro,
No Diddy.
bro. I ain't gonna cap, right? He broke down, but like,
Oh, he broke down. Something broke down. Something broke down.
He's old, man. He's old. Get them old geriatric players off the
Something
field
definitely broke
and
down.
use your young boys.
But speaking of the young boys, number 4. Speaking of the young boys, bro, this is bad. This is not a good look.
Liberty.
He gives it like there's no connection between him and Keels. Why did he throw it back? Why did he throw it back?
Wow. No Diddy.
No Diddy. Why did he throw it back to him? And gave him their first touchdown. This is uncharacteristic for Liberty, bro.
and John, you gotta fall on that.
Nah, he pulled the Cam Newton. He did the deer legs and just stood over it. Come on, Johnny.
He gotta fall on
Look
that.
at this.
Yeah, he gotta fall on that.
And look at John just watching, not trying to block us. Oh God! And you saw him. Weird ass step,
Nah,
man.
he tried to pick it up.
He tried to
He
pick
should
it
have
up.
just fell on it.
Well,
If I was him, I would have kicked it out of bounds. I'd rather 2 than 6.
Yeah.
rather 2 to 6. Number 3. This is 6. John drops back, and Lord knows why he's doing all these things that he's doing. He's moving.
He's moving.
You can hear me
dodging.
on the sideline. Run!
He doesn't like. I've never seen a dude this slim. Not give me that. Thank you. Bye. Joe, you threw a touchdown to the other team. Yo, do you want to know John's stat line? He threw 3 touchdowns this year, all to the other team.
Sheesh.
No touchdowns for his team. 3 for other teams.
Understand that both the Benchams back to back
John.
gives them what? 13 points?
Boys, bro.
And at
That's
that
nasty
point, the
work.
score is what? 13-7 off the big run from Suge.
Yeah.
But we ain't done. Number 2. You thought we wasn't going to get the famous guys too?
Oh yeah.
Bebo gets the ball, and look at Huff.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let me get that.
Bye-bye, Huffington. Bro, Bebo, and this is from 2 weeks ago. Bebo put the moves on Huff, then dances into the end zone. This is from the Animals, who, again, they had a bye week this week. Shouts to those guys. But
The fact, wait.
that was nasty
Wait,
work, bro.
the fact that he celebrated from the 30,
30, bro.
is insane.
But look at the space. The coverage team is
Downright
bad. Bop.
disrespectful.
Look at this.
Yak. Once
that don't look
again,
good,
because
brother.
it happened to me before, you have to break down on the kickoff. You have to break down. You go down there willy-nilly,
You're in trouble.
it's going to get bad for you. You have to
Number
break down.
1. Oh, you thought you were safe? Not up
Oh,
in
you
here.
thought I was feeling you?
That munch.
yo.
Look at this. This is great connection from Kills to the young ball. Head top
get
stage
that.
3. Ah! He loses the ball on the 1 yard line. You was never running away from this one. This is probably one of the Benchamist plays of the Bencham. Like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Gave H3 a fumble recovery and everything.
And then the dance over top of him
It's so
after
nasty
is
work, bro.
so
It's
disrespectful.
so nasty work.
John, great ball, by the way.
Great ball. Great catch.
Great catch. Way to help your quarterback out.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to finish, though, man.
you have to finish that. Like, you can't just go out there and just give
That's
it up
a
for no
big
reason.
momentum. So
3rd and 6. All right, fellas. Y'all already know what it is. We got a couple of games. We won't be back next week unless y'all pay some bread. But we won't be back next week. This
Tip
right
your
now.
bartenders.
You know what I'm saying? Tip your bartenders. We're probably gonna do 3 shows unless something changes. This is not. You could clearly see this is not a cheap function, but we will be previewing. You feel me? The next week. And right now, first game that's on the docket. I'd like to hear your scores and what you guys think. We got the U versus the Renegades.
Ooh.
wait, I'm gonna do my famous ant line. 50.
Okay. What you
I
got, Ant?
agree.
50.
They've been getting 50 pieces every week so far. Why not keep the trend going?
And the thing is, the way that listen, after the way everybody's clowning the U,
Yeah.
and everybody's talking
It's
like
about to get
listen,
bad.
everybody's talking like the U just non-existent, like
It's
they ain't
about
been running
to
this
get
league for a
bad.
while.
It's about to get bad.
It's going to get so spooky.
You hate to be the team that has to play
yeah.
BIC or the U after a loss.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever be that team. Honestly.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
So I got 50.
50 piece.
You got 50?
Maybe
50 piece.
maybe 60 if they don't stop
What
it
they call
by
themselves?
by what's
What they call themselves?
The 50 boys?
The 50 boys?
Here it comes.
50 boys out. Listen, I'm going to be a little positive. Hey, I know Corey does well against the U.
50.
I don't know
Shouts to
why.
my boy, Mr. Hammond, man.
Bro, just because he's sitting in that booth with you,
Oh,
let's
man.
be
That's my
real.
guy, man.
50.
Don't-
That's
we
my
not-
guy.
Hold on. 50.
Are the Renegades going to score?
No.
No.
I got Renegades
Score
scoring 12.
where?
I got y'all scoring 12.
Unless they score on a kickoff, they not gonna score.
12 to 50. I'm cool with that.
12 to 50.
12 to 50. I'm cool with that.
12 to 72.
Now, second game, you know we got to pay attention to is BIC versus the Buzz.
BIC versus the Buzz. I'm going 40.
40 BIC?
40 to zip.
40 to 0.
40 to zip.
Wow.
That Buzz offense,
It can't
I don't see BIC losing with the defense they have and compared to the offense that we just played. I see 40 points, and I'm only giving 40 because they're going down in hostile territory. If this was an Asbury, another 50 piece.
50.
Ugh.
What you got?
For me?
Yeah.
BIC is gonna win handsomely. I don't think.
Handsomely.
Yeah, honestly, because
No disrespect to the Buzz and RT.
No,
I
we
love you to
love you,
death.
RTU, but-
50.
The thing is, RTU, the Buzz's offense has not clicked. Though their defense has some sparks. Loud was out there making
Oh, yeah,
noise.
he definitely was making
DK
noise.
was out there making
Most
noise.
definitely.
You know, Jug with the interception. There's guys out there. There's tough
They
guys out
have
there.
I
plays.
just think the
They have
defense. I
players,
just think
yeah.
the Buzz defense is going to be on the field for so long
Way too long.
because
Way too long, yeah.
yeah, because their offense is kind of like in neutral.
Right. They're
Like-
real stagnant, real
Yeah,
stagnant
so-
offense. If they could shape up the offense within a week, or
We might see
then we might see
a
we might see a
touchdown or
little.
two.
You're right, but
But-
I don't see it.
Okay, and the next game, which is a very important game because this game basically tells you who's number one in Cincinnati and who we might be seeing in the playoffs.
Right.
Because both these teams over there in Ohio have been hot.
Right.
Both of them are undefeated, and this is the collision course. They've been killing teams.
Right.
We got the Sin City Chaos versus Covington. Covington Heist.
I'm going with the heist.
You going to
I
heist?
don't have a score, but I'm going with heist.
You going Heist?
I like the heist.
I like the heist.
You like
I
the
like,
heist
I like
too?
the heist.
I'm going
I'm
heist.
going with the green guys.
Going with the green guy. Chaos looked good. Chaos were dominant last year. Heist, again, they came out here, so there's a little bit of like, dang, I like those guys.
I got
you know what I'm
heist
saying?
bias.
Yeah,
There's a little
yeah,
bit of
I got to-
bias.
I got to
There's a
see
little bit
you,
of,
like, you know
yeah, I
what
gotta
I'm
see
saying?
you.
Heist
We gotta
bias.
gotta
you got to
connect.
pass the eye test.
Honestly,
Right.
I'll let them go with the heist bias, and I feel the way they feel. I'll go Chaos for the win. I'll just be the opposite. I'll give Chaos the win
Hey,
in a close game.
Devil's advocate. I get
Yeah,
it.
you know the vibes.
Friendly wager, $1?
$1.
Okay.
$1.
Shook it on camera.
Hey, I might owe this man $1. He might owe me one. Give me a cookie at Asbury.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right.
Hey, don't take his cookie off his pillow, man.
Come on, man. Another game that's very interesting because both teams are undefeated. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily a rivalry, but we're going to Vegas with this one. West Coast, we're going Kryptonite versus the Insomniacs. Now, I'll start with this one. I just don't think anyone's beating the Insomniacs unless you're on the East Coast. I even if the Kryptonite are undefeated, they're hot right now. I like what they're doing. The Insomniacs are still the defending champs. And until somebody beats them, I can't go against them. So I got the Insomniacs winning in their fashion 48-25. That's how I'm seeing it right now.
Well, I'm going with the Insomniacs. I was never going against them. I don't care who they play unless they play somebody from Jersey. So, because like what I've seen and watching the bowl last year, they was cooking.
They were cooking.
Right.
So I mean, like
all cylinders.
So it's like, why they gonna stop now? Who's gonna slow them down unless it's BIC?
Honestly, BIC.
That's the only team I see.
For real. That's the only team we see.
So with that being said, I'm going the same thing. We're gonna clear the table with that.
Across the board.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game because it seems like no other state plays defense. So
I feel like the Insomniacs play ball and they play a Jersey style ball
closer than anyone else.
Than anybody else. So I see the point scale very high. I see a 60 to 35 point type
that
game.
Makes sense. Yeah, I can see that too.
I don't see low scoring with that because that defense, they have no defense in the West.
He said it again. I don't know if y'all didn't hear him, but he did say it again.
There's no defense in the West.
Again, I agree with you. The points are going to be on the higher side, and the Insomniacs like to play with their food a lot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm talking their second half team where you saw it in the championship.
Exactly.
You saw it against the Force this year.
And that's why I'm giving them the 35.
Yeah, they play with their food. So, yeah, I think the Insomniacs are going to let the Kryptonites get up there.
But I think it's going to be a 35, but like garbage time 35. You get what I'm saying?
Like they pulled all their
That's a good
starters,
team.
started getting
Right.
trying to give people reps 35 to 60. Okay, I'm not mad at that. And surprisingly, maybe one of the bigger games of the week, which to me, I can't believe I'm saying it, but Snow Tribe versus Animals might be the best game of the week.
That's going to be
Playoff
the game. That's
implications.
going to be the game to watch.
That's the game to watch, honestly. We can definitely highlight that. And I'll start with, wow, the improvements that the Animals have made from from any of their seasons to this one are quite impressive. And guys that I'm looking at, I'm definitely looking at David Tender, the quarterback that was there who ran one back against the U, threw a couple, he ran a couple touchdowns against the, he looks poised. He looks very confident. And he doesn't seem scared of anyone.
Right.
Now, you put that against a new look Snow Tribe with a little more confidence. Lost last week, but played their best game as a team. A loss like that, I'll take. I'll take a loss like that because we know what we need to fix. We know Kills has to step up. We know Liberty and Kills has to match up. We know that D-line front should be Suge, Najee Hall, Trey Baskerville, and Liberty. We know these things. These are things we can adjust during practice, during team meetings, and that new look Snow Tribe team versus this real punchy Animal squad,
to me,
I want to see it.
And I was saying to you guys on the call we were having, I said that the Animals actually look better to me this year than they did last year because it's not that much pressure on them because they have Huff.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They had Huff last year, so now it's like, oh, we got a taste of the playoffs. We got a taste of winning. They got some few new pieces like number 14, which is a dog.
He's a dog, bro.
He a dog.
He's a dog. And you got, so real quick, who do we have as our X factors for the game? Ant, do you want to start?
Well, for me, I can't really get into the game too much. Like I said,
it is your team.
It's my team.
Right.
I will say this though. The Animals with Huff on your team and getting that veteran leadership of a person that had championship caliber quarterback on your team, it brings in a different type of dog to the team, a different type of bite. So I feel like it's blood in the water for the Animals. I feel like they're going to come out and they're going to fire on all cylinders. Being that I am on Snow Tribe, I do understand what we have behind the scenes that people don't know, like on the field.
Right.
But even with that, I'm still giving the game to the Animals. I'm giving the game to the Animals 40-12.
Wow.
X factors of the game for me. I feel like if Kills can step up, he will be the X factor for me.
Okay.
Because he has to step up. he has to take control. If he can't take control of the game, then it's even worse than that.
Okay. And Killer, what you got?
I was gonna go with the obvious and go with either Kills or LeBirdie or Suge, but I'm gonna switch sides and I'm gonna go with the young boy, number 14.
Number 14?
I think he got a ball head too.
He might have a ball head.
Like,
These
bro,
ball
ball
head
head's
dudes are
winning. I'm about to
dangerous.
cut
Yeah.
mine.
Hey,
For
shouts to
real,
H3 representing the niggas with the locks. You know what I'm saying? Like, shouts to H3.
I'm cutting my hair
I'm
off.
bugging, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna go with number 14. Do we have a name for him?
I forget his name every
Man,
week.
listen,
but
his
it's-
name number
It's
14, bro.
Divine. I
Listen,
think
Yeah,
it's
his
number
name is number
14,
14.
but It's
Bro,
Divine or something
it
like
was
that.
all like, bro, from what I've seen from Buddy, head tap.
He's
He's
a baller,
balling.
bro. He's
Yeah.
a baller,
balling.
bro.
He's balling.
He's a baller. He was just on the highlights. We just seen him hawk
Yeah.
down the interception that he was on the floor for. He was laid on his back.
Week
and
one
went to go get it.
Week one, him versus the Renegades. I watched him take the receiver, grab him by the chest, lift him off his feet, put him down, and then hold him on the ground and talk to him. While his team told him, get off of him. That's my wide receiver. Get off of him.
Hey, bro, I seen a lot of people get laid on last Sunday.
Oh my God.
But
Okay, and for me personally,
no Diddy.
no Diddy.
No
of course.
Diddy.
My X factor is David Tender.
Ooh.
David Tender, DT. I like a poised quarterback. I like a guy who doesn't get rattled by a couple of hits or an interception. DT's first play that we noticed him, he threw an interception. I asked, why did y'all even put him in? He's a bum. Automatically, my brain is like, okay, he's ass. That's exactly where I put him. For him to do that, then come back in with the smile. Listen, franchise-looking kid. You could put him on
Short
TV.
memory.
Short memory. Went out there and gave the U buckets. If we was playing basketball, he gave him buckets for real. He didn't care. He went out there to play football, and we talk about this all the time. This is a league of names.
Right.
When you bring in new guys who don't care about those names, they're gonna work.
It shows.
And
It
that's
shows,
why
bro.
I love the direction that this league is going into
Very true.
because you got new players that's coming in the league every year,
Not
as you
afraid of
know.
anything.
And getting these old guys out the paint because this is a young man's league.
The
and
old guys have to sit down.
It's time to go, fellas. You see where we at, right? We're done. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Chill. I'm about to play.
4th and 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is a different segment. This is
gets
something a little different. You feel
crazy.
me? This is the Let's Talk About It segment because some of y'all be afraid to talk about what's really going on in this league. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it sweet. We're going to get right to the points. First thing we're going to talk about is the refs are a problem.
It's a big problem.
officiating is so bad.
The officiating that's happening in Jersey, and let's just put it all over the league in general. The officiating is so bad that it's gonna cause the league to get shut down. That's how bad the officiating is. You got to understand that the flag that's on your hip should be thrown when unnecessary things happen. When players get too chippy, when players are out there doing extra stuff that they shouldn't be doing, we have to call those unnecessary roughness, those unsportsmanlikes, because that's what regulates the game. It's too much. It's too many teams that's getting in people's faces.
Somebody could seriously get hurt.
Honestly.
Like somebody could seriously get hurt.
I know-
Like with the hold. I'm sorry.
You good?
I'm sorry.
Well,
Like
say
with,
the line. Say the line.
not to cut you off, but no, because it's a lot of holding, you know, and we playing on turf. You get what I'm saying? Just imagine somebody's foot get caught. That's an MCL.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Patella tendon. You feel me? ACL. Like, bro, the officiating is so bad. I seen so many pass interferences. I seen so many holdings. I seen so many offsides. You got the cornerbacks lining up in the receiver's chest. Like, bro, are you gonna call something? Like, I feel like these guys just want to get a check. I feel like
They're watching the game.
They're watching the game. Like, I don't feel like you're not officiating the game. You're watching. Like, come on. Like, we
get-
trying to make this league better. So,
They're
like, we
getting
have to do a
paid.
better job.
They're not free refs at the end of the day. You're
Right.
getting
You're
paid.
getting paid to do a
You're
job. So
getting paid
do
to
your
a
job.
You have to do your job.
Do your job.
Week 1, I can remember Snow Tribe versus BIC. Our rookie corner shut down the play on to Ashanti, to Hollywood, right? He got mad. He pushed him in the chest. The rookie walked back up to him. He pushed him in the chest again. He turned around. One of our other players said, "What you doing?" He pushed him in the chest.
That's a
You
lot
feel-
of pushing
That's
already,
a lot
with
of
no flags
pushing
being
with
thrown.
no flag being thrown. And the referee watched it all happen. turned his head and chased the ball in the back of the end zone. When the question about it, he said he didn't see anything. Watch film. He's standing right there when it's happening.
Not to say the double shifts.
It's a lot.
The double shifts, you can't shift two people
At one time.
At one time in this league.
Is it a lack of understanding of our rule book? Is it that they're fanned out?
It can't really be a lack of understanding because it's written down.
And are we blaming Will?
I'm blaming Will. I'm blaming Balls. I'm blaming everybody that has something to do with the league at this point because at this point you have to say something.
We've been in this too long, and this game has been played for too long for you to not know the cause.
If you look at the game that just passed, game of the week, BIC versus the U, quarterbacks can only line up 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, right?
That guy's going 6-7 yards.
We had Huff at 5, and they had Sisson at 9. It was throwing a lateral
The backstack.
Exactly, but you can't do that. Like you can only be 5 yards off the ball. We had the double shifts happening, where you have a receiver shift one way, come back motion the opposite way. Then we run an end around or a jet sweep off of that. You can't do that. So understand that you got to understand the rules. If you don't, you need a refresher course or just leave. Like it's not that big of a deal. You can always find other officiating crews. The heavy set referee is the worst out of all of them. The worst, absolute worst. On Sunday, he was the white hat. His hat was black, but he was the white hat on Sunday. He's the head ref. He was complete terrible. I don't think he threw a flag at all in either game. And it was a lot happening. As much as we say the boss man guy from BIC did so much,
He did his thing.
a lot of his blocks were holding.
But they didn't call it.
But-
You know how we do. If they don't call it,
If they don't call it, then
wasn't
it's a
holding.
great block.
That's it. It's a great block if they don't call it.
Oh, we got K-Wack week in and week out. I've watched jerseys rip. I've watched jerseys pull. I've watched him hockey pull a jersey over somebody's head. How are you doing that?
Remember
And
the
there's
play,
no call.
Remember the play that Megatron grabbed Olay,
Yeah, he yanked
swung
his,
him to the ground.
yanked
The
him down.
referee is right there.
didn't
No,
call it.
no calls.
No calls.
Like it's
Even
insane.
even on Sunday, the game that just passed, BIC versus the U, Olay was getting ragged. It was like an episode of SVU out there, and no call was happening.
call.
They didn't call anything. So now when the chippiness starts happening,
Right.
when the chippiness start happening because my teammate just got ragged, and you didn't say nothing. So now I have to say something, or that player has to say something.
Right.
That's when the chippiness starts happening. And then you can see on film the referee is winding his arm to keep the clock going, but you never stopped it from beginning. Week 1, Snow Tribe versus BIC, Liberty ran the ball and got his head mushed in the ground after the play. There's no room for
it's
that
too much.
in the
It's too
league,
much.
and you're there to keep the players safe.
They have to
Right.
check that. At this point, it is getting out of hand. They do have to check that. And let's switch to topic 2. Joining the super team and getting no PT.
Listen, PT, we play in a league where players are starting to understand the financial aspect of playing, right? So you have players in the league that some can actually play and get paid. But when you go to a super team where 40-player roster is a 40-man roster, all 30, let's say 35 of the players are actually good, only 7 can play.
Indeed.
Only 7 can play. So those other players that can go to other teams and help out or go to other teams and make that team better or whatever the case may be, you're just riding the pine. No names in general, but there's a lot of players that can go other places, Animals, Renegades,
Snow
Tribe,
Buzz.
There's some players, like you said, no names. But there's a player this weekend who, in my opinion, is a star caliber defensive player.
Facts.
Imagine him on the Renegades,
Exactly.
bolstering that defensive.
Imagine
front.
some
Come
of
on
those.
now, man.
Imagine some of those receivers that don't play on the Renegades or the Snow
On the
Tribe.
Snow Tribe, where these guys are now targets. You guys, like, what they don't understand is by you guys jumping and joining these super teams, you guys are kind of showing that all the weight is on this side, right? It's heavy on this side, pause.
Right.
And now when somebody's watching the league and then they're watching the Animals, I like the name, right? I like the Animals name. Let's see what they do. But then they see him get put for like 45-0. you don't want to play for the animals now because in your
Exactly.
mind, they suck. And the animals aren't bad.
They aren't bad.
They just need some guys that are willing to ball. And how would you know what I'm saying? You guys are like taking away all these players and then bringing players that you don't even need.
You don't even need. It's just a hoarding. It's a hoarding.
It's hoarding.
System.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of hoarding going on.
And that's the problem that's one of the problems that we have in the league. You know what? They say if you can't beat them, join them. I'm about to join this super team. Oh well, sue me.
And let's get into topic 3, which I'm pretty sure is a pretty. I mean, I don't know. Is it clear cut after this weekend? Is it? What's going on? I want to see what your mindset is after what we just saw. After what we know, we spoke to people, we had conversations. Sterry, Codrington, and Huff. At this point, can you say one is clear cut better than the other?
For me, I can't say it's a clear cut that one is better than the other. Huff is still Huff. He still makes plays happen. He still does what he has to do. He's still the leader of his team. I like Black Knight. I like Sterry. I feel as though he has the same great mind that Huff has. They both have great play calling. I feel like it's 1A, 1B, in my opinion.
Right.
I feel like Sterry is great with his legs, with his arms, with his brain for the game, his mind for the game. I feel like Huff is the same. Where I can say Huff kind of gets that 1A and puts Sterry at 1B is because Huff goes on special teams and he throws the ball 40, 50 yards in the air and it still gets down there where your team can recover and get the ball back. So it's
the Asbury bounce.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things that you can say about the two. I feel like it's 1A, 1B. I don't think either one outshines the other. I think they could go to either other team. They could flop teams and still do the same thing.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. What you got, Killer?
Well, I love both of these young men. So
Exactly.
I'm going to say this, right? If this was 2 years ago, I would say I would say Huff, like,
clear cut.
yeah, clear cut.
Clear
right?
cut.
Sterry didn't have a crazy body.
Because we didn't really know. We didn't even know Sterry like that.
Yeah, we didn't see him up. We didn't see him down. We just, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough.
But now, it's closer than you think. To the point where it's just like the same love that Huff get. I think
Sterry's
it's
getting
time
it,
for
yeah.
Sterry to get it because that is like, look, yesterday showed me a lot because on that sideline, Kenny and Sterry was going at it. I'm talking about at it. And I wanted to see something, right? I just sat there and I was quiet. I was like, let me see what Sterry do. He went out and put together a drive, and I'm like, oh yeah.
I think that's the drive he had sweat beats on J-Rock head.
it's just crazy because now it's a little closer than you think because it's like I said before, he has pocket presence, like his footwork, his mechanics, and then he's just smart, and it's just like the play calling. So it's like, and if you want to be technical, Huff had, better offensive line for the most part, for the better half. Probably had a little more star power, more vets. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And Sterry just got the young team, the young boys. So, I mean, to me, I'm gonna go with Sterry.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna go with
You
Sterry.
actually get. Oh wow!
I'm gonna go with Sterry.
Time to pass the torch.
It's
Time to
time.
pass the-
I think it's time because Huff been doing this for a long time, and it's like, I love Huff. Huff know that. I talk to Huff all the time. He hug me all the time. That's my brother. Like, he know it. Like, but that kid Sterry is amazing. He's a machine,
He
bro.
is. He
so
is.
it's like
Yeah.
that's just like watching Ashanti. It's like, yo, I'm gonna always be biased as Scat
Right,
because
right,
it's my
right,
bro.
Right,
I'm always be biased as Scat.
Right.
But Ashanti is real.
Yeah, I understand.
Sterry is real.
That's a fact.
BIC is this is a real thing. Like,
It's a real team.
you get what I'm saying? I feel as though last year, like I said it on the live, they was off that championship high, guys playing, and you know that, and 55 million jerseys. But like
Why you
now
doing
it's like,
55?
but now it's like,
5 million jerseys.
bro,
Wow.
like, but now it's like, all right, it's back to business because that game yesterday, I needed to see something, and
Definitely.
it showed us like,
And they came,
100%.
Oh, all right.
they came into that game as if it was a business trip as well.
Facts.
They came in, they had their ties on, pulled up the suitcase,
and
pulled
this is no shot to Huff. Like,
all.
you're great.
At all.
You're one of them ones. I tell you that. Top two, but not two. But it's like, Sterry is that motherfucker now.
And you know what? And I'm gonna piggyback off of something both of you guys said. In 2021, when my last season here, I was realizing something. One time, I get on the phone with him after a game, and he goes, "Hey, bro, are we slower? Did these mofos get faster?" And I said, "Killer, I don't know, but I am in pain. Like, it's Monday, and I'm like, yo, I feel it. I feel it more than I've ever felt it." And you said when he picked Sterry, oh my God, no Diddy.
What?
I'm ashamed. No Diddy.
But go ahead.
Continue.
When Killer picked Sterry and Ant goes passing of the torch, that's what I felt in 2021 after we beat them in the chip. I said, I gave Ashanti a hug. I said, bro, y'all got it. This is yours. This is yours to lose now. I still feel that way. And I do have to agree with Killer that it's not that Huff's over the hill.
Nah, not at all.
I just think
because when he did with the animals last year,
exactly
it's crazy.
The same way Tom Brady won a ring when Patrick Mahomes was still here, right?
Right.
But it's still Patrick Mahomes' era. We know that. We know that. Regardless of who wins the chip, we know whose era this is. We are now in the Sterry Black Knight era. And guys, y'all just going to have to deal with it. Until someone else that's not the you beats them, this is the BIC Sterry Dark Knight Boss Man Incorporated Hollywood era. And they all doing the whack dance while, you know what I'm saying? It's why you do that. And we're going to have to deal with that until a team that's not the you beats them.
Because I can honestly...
I can agree.
I can honestly say this. Huff don't have to show me nothing else.
Nah, he's showing enough.
He don't have to do nothing else. Huff could retire right now and you would have to do nothing else, bro. You one of them ones. But it's just, right now, it's Sterry.
It's Sterry.
To me, it's Sterry.
And fellas...
I can agree. I still give it to Huff only because that Huff is, like I said, he's still doing special teams. If that special teams, the 3-on-1 wasn't as pivotal as it is, then it's Sterry 100% without a doubt. But for you to you can completely take an aspect of the game away from a team, then I still have to give you the top spot. And like I said, it's not 1 and 2. Is 1A and 1B.
Right.
Like at the end of the day,
I can attest to that.
I feel like even think about it. Even with the game that we just watched, BIC versus the U, when he threw the ball 50 yards in the sky, and his team were there before the ball even dropped. Yeah. How can you run that back? Imagine if that was fourth quarter, right? He would have stopped them within the 20, and they would have got the ball back at the 50. It's so much that can happen with having a player like that on that 3-on-1.
And I understand that. But also, Huff, I love you to death. Sometimes you be a liability on the kickoff too.
That's a fact. But we not here for him to tackle. I don't think he should be down there trying to tackle anybody.
That's true.
But for him to be able to put that ball 50 yards in the air and it still go 75.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. And that's where I look at it at. Like, if he wasn't on kickoff, then Sterry 100% takes the torch. But because he's on kickoff and he can eliminate a phase of the game from a team, I have to go with him.
That puts him a little above. And ladies and gentlemen, I would think that's a touchdown. We have scored and actually got through all the topics we wanted to get through today. And you know what it is. I know it's been a while, but I think they remember what it is, right? If you have any problems, if you have any issues, please
bring it to the table.
come on now. That's
Ain't
a
no
wrap.
slights. Ain't no slights.